did I say?
Pronunciation.
Yeah, that.
It's pronunciation. Doesn't matter, mate. We'll give you the English lesson a little bit later. Go on, you talk to Mr. Mount. You're the strat master.
So here we go then. HellRaisers underway. 4 armor for them, working up the short area. Quite an aggressive strat here. We see there's quite a lot coming from the T sides. Next frag will be very important. Kutcher actually opening up. Cage will be going down, and 2 CTs now. And this opens up the bomb site completely for HellRaisers. Short plant, very traditional here. CTs have a massive task to get ahead of them. They've got Ice there with the fuse kit, and it's going to be a 3-on-5 situation. And now it's going to be almost impossible to get this bomb defused. And now 1 versus 4. Very clean sweep there by HellRaisers.
Well, it was very clean sweep by HellRaisers, and it wasn't even a particularly innovative strategy, you rightly pointed out. Now, Ice, I'm guessing that's Device.
Yes, it must be.
Quite clever.
Quite nice little
I like what he did there. But that gets HellRaisers off to a flying start here, and you can see as well they picked up some of the silenced USPs, give them that extra sort of pistol ability in these early rounds. Scout is going to be on Carrigan, who's going to be holding that mid area, just trying to get some picks here and do some tags. Hasn't been able to do anything and has indeed been taken very low. So Device is going to be holding the mid there with the P250. Just having a look into the CT crossover area. Nades coming in. And Ice says that's not cool.
Nice.
You like that?
Yeah.
Down to 78 HP, and he's going to back right off. Now, Carrigan holding that short area. Good move here to throw the Scout down for someone with actual HP. And Cajun B is their secondary AWPer and is incredibly effective with the Scout. We saw
especially
that out there
on Dust too. Like, you can be crazy on Dust too.
We saw that out there in Valencia.
Yep.
Guy is a monster with the Scout. Something for you at home to pay attention to. In the meantime, Dupree has been removed from the particular equation, and so has Device. So Bomb is down, ticking away. You can see Kusha is going to be creeping into that T-spawn area. And HellRaisers here, even though it's an eco, they're paying them a lot of respect, closing off the map. And TSM
when the bomb's gone down and you haven't even made a frag of this situation. They've bought the armor up there. You see Cajun's got armor and a USP, and he's got the Scout as well. So he want to be saving that. We talked about how useful he can be with it. So he'll be wanting to get some tagged off next round. All 3 players towards the pit area there. And Carrigan actually could be holding the long doors. It would be quite a good idea from HellRaisers to see if they can get 1 frag here, especially with the Mac 10s. If they can find some sort of take some people down, they know exactly what they're up to here. Doja should be taken down there if Carrigan actually faces. He's not going to. But 2 no HellRaisers, but TSM saving those guns there and the armor, so they potentially can cause some damage this round. Yeah, well, this will be interesting to see how they can do, if they can do something with it. And CZ on Carrigan. Now Cajun with the AWP in that mid area, been smoked out quite wisely by HellRaisers. They obviously watched some of Valencia as well. So, slow start to the round. HellRaisers already in that B tunnel area, getting some nades coming in now, trying to just force TSM out of their cozy positions. And 3 of the HellRaisers guys going to be able to get up short, while 1's going to stay mid. So they've actually got it split quite nicely, spread across short, lower B and B, and TSM don't really know how to react here. That bomb's just in the mid area, waiting to see where they get the pick. And it looks like the call has been made. We're up short, lads. You can rotate through the B tunnels. Come and join us. The weather here is lovely. There we go.
And that's not lovely. that's not lovely for HellRaisers. Cajun takes Dosia's head off. Kusha answers back. Carrigan unable to do anything with that CZ. And Kusha and Adren doing what you'd expect them to do with AKs. And Zipnix. Was it Zipex?
Zipex. Yeah.
Why has he put the 9 in there?
Because it's a backwards E.
In what language?
English. It's had a 9 around, it's an E.
I suppose.
Yeah? Makes sense to you now? Do you understand, Richard?
Hi, mate. I'm not the one shouting at German caches. What's he saying, Richard? Help me understand him, Richard.
Anyway.
With your GCSE German.
We get down to the gun right now. 3-0, nice sweep for HellRaisers so far. And interesting to see how this one will go down. Device actually picking up the AWP. We saw Cajun actually AWPing a lot for DreamHack Valencia. He was the one actually being main AWP on Dust 2. So they've actually changed things up a little bit. And you can see him taking the AWP towards middle. And Mo, we're going to call him Mo, aren't we? We'll be taking the AWP.
Okay, let's commit to Mo, yeah?
Yes.
I still think that's stupid, but whatever.
Okay.
But I'll go along with it, mate. I'm along for the ride. So, Mo got a tag on it to Dupree. I guess this is why we're bringing Mo to the table. So Dupree down to 19 HP. And Zipex,
If that is his real name.
if indeed that is his real name, is hanging around that CT spawn area. So slow round here from HellRaisers. And again, this is how they've been doing it, actually. And look, we talked about this in the last HellRaisers cast. This is actually how they think about the game. They never really seem to do slick executes. They just seem to kind of wander around the map looking for duels. And if they win those duels, they invariably go on to win the map. There's one of them right there. There's Adrian getting the opening kill onto Cage and B, and that's going to be hugely important for them, shutting him down. So Dupree on 19 HP, he's going to be the next target for them, and you see that, I think that was Carrigan that was holding along. You got Zipex is in that CT spawn area, just waiting for the cavalry to come and back him up, and it is Carrigan that's holding along. He is going to get the kill, so that's going to stop any wraparound frags from Dosia. And HellRaisers have got a guy lurking in B tunnels, so even though this bomb's been they're just, do you know what, guys? You can have it. You can have it. We're going to save the guns. Now, at this point, Henry, I've got to ask: is that the smart thing to do?
I think so. Once the bomb gets down in that sort of position, the frags haven't been exchanged whatsoever. One man taken down. When you have an AWP in hand as well, the retakes will be very difficult. You can see Dupree's HP is low as well. I think they've made a sensible decision there. They're playing the long game in this. They want to make sure they don't go to a full eco next round and go potentially 5-0 down. So this works quite well for them. What was interesting about their setup is I think they work really well when they have the AWP towards car, and most teams will end up going up short. So that's the first port of call for me when you're actually approaching the CT side. They actually took the AWP towards middle and then towards B and allowed HellRaisers to come up, make that first frag onto A with an AK for a smoke as well. So that was kind of interesting how that went down. Now TSM in a difficult position, 3 Famises, AWP and an M4. This is a round they have to win. Or they're
well, yeah, you definitely need to win here if you're going to try and turn the tide. I mean, already HellRaisers, they're in just such a great position here. You know, money is going to be locked down as well. No problems about that. So it's only really TSM that's going to be struggling. And Zipex has got that opening kill on Adren with that FAMAS. But round not over by any means at this point. We got flashes coming in B now. Dupree, he's doing what he likes to do. He's pushed through that smoke, and somehow it's worked for him. And there's a kill there from Cajun and a kill from Dupree. And that round is just over instantly in the blink of an eye. Now, Dupree pushed through that smoke while he was flashed.
Yeah, so that actually worked out very nicely for him. There was a lot of confusion pushing through. They got behind one of the terrorists as well. They didn't really know what was going down there. And this is going to be the first round for TSM. Unless Dosia can pull something absolutely phenomenal out of the bag, this should be pretty tied up. 40 seconds on the clock here. He has not got the bomb, and that's it. Carrigan will take him down. And that's the first one on the board for TSM. They managed to pick up the dual AWPs there as well. This is when they're at their strongest, I think. If they can pass that around and get it, the normal setup we like to see them run. One AWP towards B, one car as well. And that's when they can move the rifles around all areas of the map. And as your belt is snapped off, Richard.
Yeah, this cheap piece of shit belt.
He got too excited and the belt snapped off.
I'll get Johnny Bingo to stand in for a round.
Okay, so now, after HellRaisers win so many in a row, they actually managed to fall by themselves. Mo will be back on their AWP. They have been doing a lot of slow setups so far, but now TSM have that double AWP setup. We can see Cajun back towards that car area as well. That's where he's so strong. We saw him at DreamHack Valencia. Couldn't do a lot to get past him. And Device taking down Angel there. And that's going to be a nice opening pick to get things started. Very slow approaches so far from HellRaisers, trying to work the picks, seeing what's available to them. Adren here, getting smoked off. This is what TSM are great at as well, just utilising their utility, making sure they keep the T's locked out for as long as possible.
Yeah, well, I know how much you love the dual AWP setup on Dust2.
I think it's great. I think it's the best way you can do it, is you allow yourself to have those the little fragging unit of rifles to mix up between the map and react to what the T's are doing. And now Adren, he's desperate to find a pick. This is when HellRaisers look a little bit lost at this stage. They're getting smoked out. Everything's working against them. They work best when they get picks. If they're the first one that loses the man, you find it difficult to actually believe in them to actually convert this one into a victory. But they are going to smoke the bomb site. And it's just going to be quite telegraphed quite heavily. But Adren's going to be dropping down to CT spawn. This actually works really well when you have an AWP set up on the A site. So Dupree takes it off, or is the AWP coming? But Adren will take it down. 4-on-2 situation now.
Cajun is going to get the next kill. And the next one, yeah, there it is. Kusha was still peeking him. And, yeah, Dosia not able to say anything. That's the thing about Kusha. Like, he's such a static player, you know, like, just in general. Like, he doesn't really seem to have a lot of sort of dynamicism about it.
That drop-down strat works really well when you know an AWP is at car, though, because
Yeah.
you can put a smoke down CT spawn, you can flash towards long. It's very difficult for the AWP to react to that. He normally has to have a fallback long or try and get the quick no-scope as you go around the corner, but Cajun B, I think he's one of the strongest players in that position.
I think last time we talked about this, Henry, I think it was out in Valencia, actually. It was when we talked about when Cajun B gets into that car position on Dust2, you just have to leave short alone.
Well, it's just when you watch him, he gets a lot of opportunities to get frags. Teams don't know how to actually counteract that position properly. There's a lot of free frags. The fact he's getting 2 or 3 kills there suggests they're not actually executing properly and allowing him too much space. But as we go into
a great pick from Dozier at long. Opening up, and he's made it a double. That's
Big
awesome
plays.
play from him. Textbook how to play along as a terrorist there, and that's going to open up this A bomb site. You can see Zipex is caught between the proverbial rock and a hard place. He doesn't know how much time he's got it long. He's looking all over the place. Might be able to get a kill here. No, Adrian's going to take him down. So this looks like TSM are going to go for that save again. No point in losing the guns. 5 players left alive for HellRaisers, and I've got to say that's all about Dozier, and that really just shows. I mean, that for me is HellRaisers in a nutshell.
What, players going absolutely huge, one at a time?
Exactly, one at a time. Like, it's up to Dozier to basically open up that entire round.
Well, you can't take anything away from that. He got a decent spawn. He went out there, and the CT's got absolutely ruined, like full-on wrecked at that stage. It was great shots from him, showing how formidable he can be with the AK-47.
TSM didn't even get to save their guns. I mean, that's really big for HellRaisers to go 5-2 up at this stage. And as I said, Dozier, he is actually top fragging for HellRaisers, despite his position sort of on the scoreboard. But that is just an amazing thing to be able to do. Like, to just walk out along and get 2 picks like that.
This is pretty weird. I don't agree with this force buy from TSM. UMPs, Famouses, 5-7s, and Scouts. We've seen Cajun B be excellent with a Scout on this map. He can really change the tide of the game. But when he's only got UMPs and Famouses to back him up and a 5-7, I don't really fancy
tags,
it.
Though, that UMP suddenly does.
Absolutely, but he has to earn those tags first. And if players are aware, as soon as that's him dead now, as soon as they're aware of what's going on, you can lock it down pretty easily.
Can he go big? He's going to get 2 kills. Doesn't get the third, though. Gets his head ripped off by Mo from long distance. But actually, you can see this is pretty much even Stevens in terms of numbers and health. It's only the weapons have a disadvantage for. Dupree with a headshot there with that Scout. Boom.
Boom.
So that's going to turn the round on its head. Dupree, 20 HP, still able to land a headshot there. And Mo, he's only got 12 HP. So you feel that Dozier is going to have to do something spectacular once again for his team HellRaisers. They're going to be creeping up long. You can see that Mo is going to be positioned at the pit. Oh, a gun is sticking out. A gun is sticking out. He can see the tip. He's going for a spam through the box. Hasn't been able to get it. And in the meantime, Carrigan gets that kill. That's surely going to be the round over. He's had how many attempts at this spam, Henry? He just hasn't landed it.
This has been a really crazy round. The fact that the TSM have actually converted this one into a victory is phenomenal stuff from them.
I haven't seen that much spam since I got my first Hotmail account.
Oh, God. Don't even go there.
It was not a Monty Python joke.
So, Device picking up 2 frags there. The Scout, yet again, coming big up for the CTs. It's such a formidable weapon on Dust2. The buy they had at the start of this round, you almost ripped them off from that point there, but HellRaisers perhaps going a little bit too slow, too cautious. Mo will be able to save the OWP there, so at least they can salvage something from this round. But now you can see the economy for them has been absolutely destroyed. AWP there, it seems like an AK has been bought as well.
HellRaisers are doing it again. They are the lords of borrowing from the bank. So, yep, they've just managed to sort of scrape together a crazy force buy, but they did manage to get the AWP in Mo's hands. They'll be looking for him to do something with it, and he does. Goes and gets that pick along and takes down Carrigan. Immensely frustrating for the TSM captain, but nades are coming in. Molotovs are coming in. Smokes are coming in. They're trying to shut down any push that HellRaisers can do. 5-on-4 situation. HellRaisers got the numerical advantage. You can see that Dozier is down to 62 HP, but that's not really going to make too much of a difference at this moment in time. So, looks like they're going for another one of these short executes, and of course, because of that early pick on Carrigan, there's nobody watching short. So Cajun gets 1 kill and makes the call before Adrian takes him down. And Adrian's going for that safe plant on short. Zipex knows he's got to wait for the cavalry, so he's got to hold long. But look where Dozier is. Dozier is perfectly poised to cut off any rotates. Should have done better there. Dupree goes into the all-invincible crouch, wins that duel in mid. Now Angel in the smoke, what can he do? He's going to get 1. Can he get another? And it's all happening. Mo's trying to go for more action at long.
And this round's over, unfortunately.
Yeah, and it is. Again, TSM are going to have to back off here. Well, they're going to get some exits, though. Look at Device. It's like, you might win the round, but I'm going to take as many with you as I can. Adrian puts pay to that nonsense. Zipex all the way over.
So that force fight all game came down to Mo, right? Getting that first
early pick at long.
That really opened the round up for them. And then from there on, TSM were forced to push, get back in that situation. They got the bomb down on short yet again. It was a retake from TSM. They had Zipex down along. He was isolated down there. He couldn't really retake by himself and allowed the terrorists to actually hold the bomb site, push off onto the short, get smokes down as well, and it really got them back into it. And that's going to be devastating for TSM. You can see after winning one round and losing the one after.
Oh, and he's just done it again!
He loves
History's repeating itself. Carrigan is going to be spewing. Cannot believe that has happened. You can see that any chance TSM had of turning this round into a shocker, ending rapidly. 7-3 to HellRaisers here. And all, you know, T side of Dust2, very, very good position to be in.
So TSM need to work out how they're going to approach this round now. It is going to be yet another force buy for them.
Yeah, I was going to say it's another force, right?
So I think it's probably a logical idea from them. They need to start getting rounds on the board. 7-3 in this current point of time. They want to start getting some momentum on their side. Cajun can get the AWP. We've seen how strong he can be with it on this map. 2 Famouses there. I think the main objective of this round is to get the first frag on the board. They want to make sure they're surprising the terrorists. But Angel, looking at him here, just walking out middle, hasn't had any confrontation whatsoever so far. He's going to take down Zipex, and that is great from them. B-split coming in now. Adren answers back with Device as well. And this is another safe situation with TSM. They've got nothing to do.
TSM can't do anything here.
Wow.
I haven't seen this style from HellRaisers. It's not that they're doing anything different, really. This is how they like to play Dust2, but I haven't seen it be this effective in, you know, I can't even remember when.
It's Angel walking out middle by himself there. The guys were already in upper B. They kind of know there's no resistance in middle whatsoever. He's allowed to walk out there. Player turning a CT spawn, didn't expect him whatsoever. He came out, one bullet headshot to the head, and it puts him in such a dire strait to that point because there's one player playing a B against 4 people, and now the hold comes in. Cajun B in the pit. Carrigan actually answers back here, and now it's going to be 3-on-3. They know that they can kill them. It's going to pit them into another eco. So HellRaisers trying to swarm, seeing what's available to them, but ultimately it looks like the CTs will be able to survive this one.
But as we come into this sort of another force buy situation for TSM with those saves in place. So what would you, I mean, Henry, what's going wrong here, mate?
It's the initial picks that seem to be the main issue right so far. HellRaisers have way too much freedom. As I said before, I think the dual AWP setup would work so well for TSM. If they could lock down B with 1 AWP and actually had that mid presence with the rifles, that would be a lot better for them. In fact, Angel's walking out by himself, not having any sort of resistance whatsoever from the CTs. That's the main issue for me. Having 2 rifles either side, cross-firing him, allowing, even if he got 1 kill, he'd get locked down straight away. That isolates him completely, and the AWP would have stopped the B push. But it's just an economic problem for TSM right now. They're winning rounds and then losing the subsequent one after that. And it's very difficult for them to keep up at this stage. HellRaisers hitting all their shots, and they actually seem really hot today. It was much better than what they were doing yesterday. So right now, Mo as well, getting a lot of entry kills. Adren actually lighting up the scoreboard as well. He's actually got 10 frags right now. So this is really nice from HellRaisers. You can see now a much more slower approach. It looks like they'll be favouring the B-bomb side again. We have 1 player towards middle. That's going to be Angel. We know we saw him walk out middle last time. It actually seems like all 4 players from HellRaisers will be walking into the bomb site. And it's only going to be Device here with a Famous. Takes down 1. Kutcher goes down to him. They know where he is now. Will they be able to find him on the bomb site? Adren answers back.
Nearly got a second there. That could have been vital, but did the damage there, Device, with a FAMAS. Perhaps all you can expect from him. The smokes are coming in. You can see Zipex is going to go for that nade. He wasn't able to find Adrian, who he was aiming for, but Dosia now is very low. So the cavalry here for TSM, they can come in and they can do some damage here. That Molotov's going down. That's going to smoke you out. Hot feet. And I don't even know how Carrigan won that duel there, but he didn't. He's got a couple coming from tunnel. So all of a sudden, it's Mo with his back to the wall. He's trying to do everything. They're on the defuse. He's going to get taken down. They are going to have time to get this. Zipex is going to get it. And what a ball play there by TSM. A great timing on the defuse. Like, Zipex had to have absolute confidence in his teammates there.
Yeah, no kit as well. So that was scary play from him before. He had to make the decision whether I try and back on my teammate here, get the kill. But like you said, full trust, got the kill. And that's a round TSM needed. With 8 on the board, they've already lost a half here. That's got them back in the game now. They're able to pick up the AWP again. Cajun's back, and now they actually have a full buy here, and they can actually start. They need to get the rest of the rounds in this situation. It feels like they've been pretty hard done by so far. They're losing the initial pick so far, and that round almost looked like HellRaisers should have won that one, but got amazing retake.
I think they should have, but as you say, great retake from TSM, and the real hero of that round for me was Karrigan coming through tunnels, managed to pick up a couple of kills, turns around on its head. Now Mo didn't have that spawn, so he elected not to go for that long pick. That's been working out for them, went for the mid spam, didn't get a tag, so we're in a Mexican standoff here with no Mexicans involved.
So it's not a Mexican standoff.
Unless.
It's just a standoff. Here we go then, HellRaisers again making their way up short. We've seen some great picks of them so far, getting up the short area, making the first entrance frag, but this time they have Cajun there with the AWP. They found it difficult to lock him down before, and what's the response to this? Will they be able to do anything? Long presence being taken as well. This is a really nice split from them. The pincer approach.
Yeah. Well, this strat sort of has been working, but this is where Cajun's so good. For some reason, he seems to be so good when he's mobile with the AWP. He can go long, make the person at long on the rotate think about it, gets a teammate there just as I'm picking him up. Come on, Cajun, do me a favour. Mo's going to get the pick and get wrecked. Oh my God, Cage, please, brother, help me out. Anyway, Mo, last man standing again, does get that pick through the smoke. He can't, can he? No, there's not enough time.
5 seconds.
He's going to bail out, and he's going to get wrecked, does he know? Oh, yeah, he is. So well done. But anyway, as I was saying, usually before Cajun decides to kill a teammate, what Cajun's so good at is splitting between long, splitting between short. He just makes those two areas his own, and it's just so hard to deal with him when he's hitting his shots.
I don't know why though. Everyone should know what he does at this stage.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways to counter that. Dropping down the city spawn is one of them. Utilising the flashbang properly as well. If you have that split, that pincer technique as well, it should be almost impossible for him to rotate between the two, as long as you utilise your smokes in the long corner effectively. But again,
boom!
To pick things
there
up.
it is.
Device takes down Angel now.
Third bite of the cherry to get down Angel, but once he was in Suicide Alley and Device had elected to push, it was only going to go one way. And that is a move that Device has made his own back from the source days. In the meantime, that flash has gone down on the Zipex and they've let them drop down into that CT area, so that's going to ruin Device's day. 2 headshots again from Dosia. This is what he does when it's his round, and all of a sudden, they're all over the B-bomb site, and a 2v2, make that a 2v1. It's Karrigan. He's going to have to come up big again for his team. He's going to have to lead by example here, the captain. Is he able to do it? Has got a Molotov. Going to put that down. He's spamming away. He knows that Kush is going to get caught, that he's going to have hot feet. And as he dances out, he takes his head off. Dosia, he's looking at the window. Has he got the read on Karrigan here? Karrigan's going for a spam. They're so close to each other. They're locked into the dance to death. Karrigan's going for the full defuse. Oh my God! Dosia's been absolutely outbrained by the TSM captain. He does get the kill at the end. And Karrigan sticks his hands in the air. Have some of that, he says.
I knew he was going to win that as soon as he got that first kill. There's so much pressure on the terrorists at that stage. Full defuse is the best play he possibly could have made. It was 9 times out of 10 you do a fake in that situation. So a really, really smart play from Karrigan there, and that saved his team and they get straight back into it.
Beer me, Henry.
Oh yeah, have that one.
Hang on, that's the one you drank all by.
There you go.
Jesus
now we're going to the final round.
Been all over the used skins of children. I don't want that. I mean the skins.
The skin, just
not the skin of.
Jesus.
Easy, Henry. Anyway, Cajun he gets the pick on Dosia at the start of the round.
This is the sort of situation when teams TSM actually bite back and they have a massive response to HellRaisers. This is when their strategy of us going around and killing people doesn't seem to work so effectively. Dosia getting taken down. We saw how strong he was there before. TSM have actually worked out now, countered it, got the AWP there, and they will take him down. There's actually no problem there whatsoever. And now they have to work out where they can find a frag. They have favoured short quite a long here throughout the series, so we'll see what they can do here. The Galils are in hand here for Kucha, and this is where they go back up to short and see what's available to him. But we've seen Cajun B just be so phenomenally strong, and he's going to be set up there again. Strong arms in that area.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to go short at the moment. If they do, Cajun B, you can see as well, he's starting to get this.
They can't give him another 3 frags.
He's had his spaghetti. He's feeling good.
And that was him as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was him just sat on the sofa in the middle of a cast.
Having a good time.
I think he's bulking at the moment, mate.
Yeah?
That's what he's doing, yeah. That's been my excuse for 10 years. I'm just bulking, lads.
Here we go, then.
Karrigan gets the kill onto Angel, and Cajun, boom. All he needs is a pixel. Boom. Oh, he misses that one, though. Come on. Rene, man. Every time I pick you up, you let me down. Oh, and he just gets absolutely smashed to bits by Adren. But Device wraps it up. And as you said, Henry, there was no chance of TSM being able to win that half. HellRaisers already had the 8 rounds on the board, but it was a good response.
It was a great response. They actually worked out what it needed to do. It was disappointing for HellRaisers allowing the sniper to be so effective in that situation. I think it's quite easy to counter them as long as you pincer it like they were and you utilise smokes properly and flashbangs. You shouldn't be able to wreck them like he did 4 rounds in a row towards the end there. But a decent half from HellRaisers. I think they'll be relatively happy with that. TSM know they can bounce back as long as they get the pistol. They'll get the momentum flowing again, and they'll be quite happy with that. Just having a quick look at the scoreboard there, we can see.
Yeah, you wouldn't think HellRaisers would have won the half by looking at them there. They look like they've been hit by a freight train.
Carrigan actually doing very well at half, picking up 12 frags. He had some very important rounds, especially
That's what he
that.
does, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's one of the sickest all-rounders. Like,
I think he's great.
In-game leader, frags, and one of the whole sort of evolutions in the TSM team, you know. Again, we were just talking about this down while we were laughing at Pimp on the punch bag earlier. He was talking about how, you know, you see Dupree pushing through the smokes more. That's Carrigan. He's saying do that, take those chances. He's got absolute confidence in the younger players around him, really giving them that sort of confidence to play their natural games. So he is just, you know, in terms of what he brings to a team, it can't be understated.
Well, here we go then. Second half. Let's go.
Hi. Should we go?
Why are we on camera?
Don't know why we're on camera.
The game has started. There you
they
go.
just want to see my logo. Don't gamble with marijuana lights.
Save for me.
Kusha get caught out. Oh, Moose baited him to perfection there in the pit, and look who it is again. It's our mate Docio with another one of his trademark double headshots. And wow, TSM have been locked down there. They walked right into the stack, got absolutely wrecked, and now Device is going to have to do something incredible. Docio says enough of that nonsense and gets another headshot. And well, there we are. HellRaisers up and running on this CT half for them. 9-7, and TSM now have an uphill swing.
Interesting approach from them. Went to go for the long take, got absolutely locked down with the crossfire, as you said. Baited them in so nicely. I like it from TSM. They're not forced by in this situation. They know they can actually bounce back from this, and if they can get a bomb down this round, it'll be phenomenal for them.
The plant is super important on this round. So, you know, what are they going to do? Do you reckon they'll go to try and...
They've got P250s in hand. They have a flashbang as well. It's going to be very difficult, but as I say
managed to pick someone in mid, so now they can do this B split. They've gone for the FAMAS. A little bit greedy there from Cajun, perhaps to go and get it. Wasn't allowed to pick it up. Nade coming in. Now, Adren dropping back to B. They know as well, HellRaisers, that they have got to stop this plant going down. TSM think there's one more picking him. Mo spamming away with his SMG through that smoke. And again, a bit of stalemate going on. And it's Dupree. And what would you believe it? Device gets a kill as well. So Kusha all alone on that A site. I don't like it. I'm alone. I'm frightened. Help me, lads.
He'll be all right.
That's what he's saying, mate.
50 seconds.
He's panicking, mate.
TSM need to work on what they need to do here. They've got a lot of guys.
Well, they've got to make a decision. And, of course, they've got strength in numbers. If they just coordinate better than that, they can force the agenda. But it's Kusha that's been able to just get into a series of 1v1s. Sloppy play there from TSM. They had everything going for them. And all of a sudden, it's Sipex now that has to work miracles for the Danish team. Is he able to get the kill here on the Kusha? Kusha just using the boxes, using the time, 25 seconds.
He's got the information now as to where the T is. Now he knows he's got the advantage. The bomb will be in the hands of Zipex, but he's got a big frag to get, and Adren will actually take him down now. 10-7, and that's a huge round for HellRaisers to win.
It was a huge round because to have the mental and testicular fortitude to be able to come back from that position they were in, there's no way at that point TSM should have lost that round. All they had to do was group up, go to the site, force the agenda as a unit, and they didn't do that. They went into a series of 1v1s, allowed Kusha to basically clutch
and TSM effectively, they're not force buying yet again. They know as soon as they get rolling on the T side, they'll be absolutely fine. So utilising the economy situation well and getting P250s, a Desert Eagle on Cajun as well. So they'll be seeing the plan will just be get the bomb down. Dupree has got armour there. They've got a couple of flashbangs. If they can get a short plant down, that'd be amazing for them and just really boost them for the first gun right now. You can see the flashbangs being utilised right now. The objective is just to get that short plant down. If they can find one frag here at all, you can see it's going to be going down straight away. That's all they want here. And it looks like it's actually going to be successful, and that's perfect from them. A dream round in terms of the situation. So bomb does go down. Pretty clean round for HellRaisers apart from that, but they're just going to TSM in a really formidable situation now. They can get the AWP out, full utility, and this is the point where HellRaisers need to decide. They know this is coming now. They've seen that the force buy hasn't come into play. So this is when I suggest to them they need to start pushing and getting the first frag. They're going to be a little bit behind here. They have to force buy here. They can see they've got a couple of drops will have to come in perhaps, but I'd like to see them push, set the tone of the half, perhaps.
Yeah. Well, it's it's going to be a tall order, but you're right. Someone's got to really take this game by the scruff of the neck now for TSM. They're on this full buy. Is it going to be Device? We're spotting him. He's looking at the mid area, and nobody home. So he's not even going to get the opportunity to get a pick now. Maybe they're thinking about trying to work long. And look how aggressive Mo has gone. I think he just saw the clip of a heel there. Hard to tell with the X-ray. Must have done. Went for the spam on the left side of the door and has dropped back. Now, what I've been enjoying about HellRaisers here is the way Mo, who is one of those players that maybe might be up for getting cut if they are really going to make roster changes, he's been super aggressive against TSM. He's trying to show his confidence, what he can do with the AWP.
Here we go. TSM getting out middle again. No confrontation whatsoever. You can see Device looking towards the B window. As you said that though, Mo actually opens up the frag onto Karrigan now. And Angel responds as well. And it seems like HellRaisers actually have the massive advantage in this situation. They've locked down this middle push completely. And Device will be the final man to be taken down. And all of a sudden, HellRaisers looking very strong. 4 rounds in a row for them.
TSM are going to struggle here. There's absolutely no doubt about it. And what went wrong in that round, Henry, was Cage and wasn't able to get onto B. They didn't coordinate it. Didn't get the frag. And we got a pause coming in. What's that? Oh, wow. Henry needs a wee break. I think someone's had one too many becks, mate. Hey, Vendetta. All right, tag you in?
How are you doing?
Mate, I tell you what, right? I thought he could drink. British. Yo,
Is it like
Dan, why didn't you jump in?
Two beers, and he's out.
They were big beers.
I mean, yeah, but
we're in.
Oh, you've got your
We're in
third
Germany.
already. All
So-
right.
What's that? You need to.
Bam.
It just matter. This is like
Tell
provides
us that
extra
it makes me
static.
closer to our mouth.
Yeah.
I think that's the last thing anyone wants. but there you go, Vendetta especially. You got such
Wait,
a wonderful soft whispering voice. You can have it.
Hello,
if you want,
hello.
mate.
Yeah,
Henry's been nursing that for about half an hour. Anyway, let's. You've been watching the game. What are your thoughts, lads?
I mean-
Dan and Ben.
Surprising turnout so far. I
Well,
mean,
yeah.
who would expect HellRaisers to be up 12-7 at this point?
Well, put it this way, I thought it was going to be close because I think TSM still haven't really hit their groove.
Yeah.
But this is a completely different HellRaisers. Their style for me is so ineffective in the modern era, the way that they just sort of walk around the map and play for duels. And when you do it against TSM, who are just full of naturally good aimers, you think that's going to be a recipe for disaster, especially on a map like Dust2, which traditionally is always good for TSM, always good for Danish teams.
Yeah.
But actually here, they're putting on a masterclass. And I'll tell you, for me, Dosi has had some great rounds. And you can see he's got 21 frags there. Adrian as well. He's been kind of, the kind of frags he's getting aren't super important.
No, but it's
he's
just
trundling
chipping
along.
in, yeah.
But Mo actually is moving around the map. He's getting early picks. He was great on the T half. Went
getting
long.
impact frags.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, and that's kind of what we were missing from HellRaisers, is that consistent performance, because especially Doja, probably ever since 2013, hasn't been the same kind of player that we expected him to be. He was like a top 5 player, then he just disappeared, more or less.
Are you back, Henry?
Oh, there we go.
Well, we'll leave Ben on. You come
Yeah,
you come
I'll
closer to me.
scoot in.
Stick Henry
There we go.
fucking kid's bladder on the end. Let's do it.
I was actually praying to Jesus that a pause was going to come. I thought my bladder was going to explode.
I think they saw.
Mate,
Christ.
right? If you thought you were going to see something bad, like my belt bursting on stream or something, you wetting yourself on stream would have made the whole event for me.
One more minute, I think it would have happened. I thought, what's going to happen here? How does this go down? I ruined my career by pissing myself on a live stream. Oh, it's better. We're back.
Easy skin.
They knew what was going on. They saw my pain.
Yeah,
There you
good.
go.
All right, this is yours.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There we go. Anyway,
This is
cheers,
for
lads.
everyone. Yeah, cheers.
Great.
So are we?
I'll have a beer.
Are we
Yeah, we're having a little bit of a break.
Bring a drink.
Oh yeah, he's on antibiotics for one of them. What are they called? Is it STDs?
Yeah, I have all of them.
UTIs.
I have all of them.
I've never had sex, so I don't need to know about those.
All right. So Henry,
Hi.
before you jetted off, what was your highlight so far for HellRaisers?
Highlights for HellRaisers. I think that It's the fragging ability they have and walking into bomb sites and allowing themselves to actually explode into them. Dosia walking out long, getting 2 huge frags. That just sums up HellRaisers in a nutshell. They rely so heavily on individual play, getting big frags, and that does work when all your players are hitting big shots, and it works in about 3 or 4 rounds in a row. But as soon as TSM started catching them out, and towards the last 4 rounds of the game, that's when they started adapting. KGB got the AWP, and they had no answer to it. They didn't know how to lock down that AWP or the car setup. So for me, that's the whole narrative of the first half. And now we go into it. HellRaisers have got a big advantage now.
Come on.
Play.
Yeah, come
Yeah.
on.
He
Come on
knows what
now.
he's doing.
Come on,
I
mate.
do it all the time.
All right, I'll do it then.
You do it.
I wish I could do it in your style, Dan, but I can't.
I don't. Do I have a
Can
style?
someone do it because it's about to kick off?
So
All
we're
right,
gonna
mate.
kick
Well,
off.
Mo's got that early pick there.
Johnny Bingo.
It's Johnny Bingo. And anyway, so Zipex is going to answer back. All of a sudden, HellRaisers pick up another couple of kills, and they are in a 4-on-2 situation. TSM have got access to the bomb site, though. They are going to put this plant down. It's going to be a safe plant. They haven't moved a man over the tunnels, and it's going to be Dupree behind that big box. Now he's going to be moving over to looking at the tunnel area, avoids the flash, needs to make this frag. He did go full spray. Oh, wow, from
Okay.
Cajun. Double headshots. Has he done enough to win this round? It's Angel and Cajun. They're locked into the dance, and the Cajun's going to come out on top, and that is hugely important within the context of this map.
That's amazing from
Would
TSM.
you
Do
look
think-
at that?
Would you look at that? Like, I can't believe they got back into that round. It's crazy. Like, it's HellRaisers getting the opening frags. It looked like a little bit of a desperation for TSM just going straight into B. HellRaisers getting the first 2 or 3 frags there as well. And they come somehow get back into it. And it's an absolutely massive round as well. They definitely needed that. 12-8 now. Full buy from both teams. This is going to be a defining moment of the entire series.
Yeah, both teams are broke at this point.
Yep. This is it. This is the chips are down. Who can keep their composure? And it seems like Device will be taking down Mo, and that's the AWP player traditionally for HellRaisers, but it seems like Dosi is actually picking it up this time.
So this is an important round, gents. One that can generate a lot of momentum. for the
Momentum.
side
Mate,
And
important rounds that generate momentum. That's what I'm all about. And there's Carrigan coming up the stairs and just ripping Angel's head clean off its shoulders. He'll be going straight to hell. Can't do that to an Angel.
So it's all about Adrenaline in the plateau, and he's going to get wrecked by Dupree. So things looking good for TSM now, as Dozier and Kusho have to go for the retake. For them, at least, the bomb is not down just yet, so there is time to get up there. But there are also nades to make this a little bit more difficult to find the angles. And with that, we have going over. It's Kucha. He's going to get killed straight away. Didn't wait for Dozier to come in. Dozier didn't really have maybe another weapon.
You
to
could
switch
say
to.
he was dozing.
Don't go there, Reg.
You.
Mate, that
Did
was your
you just
style.
do
that
that?
was. That was your style. That's how you do things.
Is it?
Yeah,
I've never heard Dan say that.
Mate, his puns are terrible. And then he gets through it. He just does a mad dance at the end.
You know,
He just does that. Like,
Thorin is the king of terrible puns, though.
yeah,
But he loves basically causing pain.
Yeah, exactly. All of his puns are like.
He surveys the cringe after he delivers.
Yeah, all of his
pun.
puns
He
are like,
loves
well,
it.
HellRaisers must work in a sewerage farm because that was total shit. Or something like that. It's a bad example. But
A sewage
It's quite bad.
farm.
yeah, quite a bad example.
What on earth is that?
I don't know,
It's
mate.
like the Henry sewers.
The Henry Sewers.
Yeah, you were talking about that at Gfinity.
It's an
All about
analogy, Dan. I'm talking about the sewers and the economic state of the team. If people can understand what's going on in the game.
it.
Down
That
the
goes right
drain.
over my head, mate. Sewers and analogies.
What a
and stuff.
window licker. Right,
Jesus. Right, anyway, let's get back to what's going on.
yeah, let's
here.
get back to what's going on. You can see that Dosi did save that up, but he's going to have a complement of 4 pistols to work with here. So HellRaisers, all of a sudden, in that classical HellRaisers fashion, just when things are looking good, they're conspiring to make things look bad. TSM will be wanting to take this round. And there we go. So Dupree's going to get that opening frag. Adrian's going to answer back immediately. And they know it's going to be B, so you can see HellRaisers, they're trying to do something coordinated here. Zipex is going into the upper B tunnel area. Device gets killed in the meantime. Dosia answers back with the AWP that he managed to save. And it's 3-on-3. Interesting as well that Dosia's elect to keep the AWP, and they're just hightailing it out of there. They're saying, do you know what? Let's just keep the AWP, let's try and get the economy rolling. TSM are going to have that round, and they're playing for exits. They set up a little crossfire in the CT area, and if TSM run out and try and save their guns, and they happen to go that way, HellRaisers will pick up some exits, but whatever happens here, it's going to be 12-10.
With all the cool commentary that was going on last round, did Dosia save the AWP or did he?
Yeah, he did save it.
Okay, so
Oh,
that's
yeah.
right. I just wanted to work out whether
Nah,
it's a
nah,
horrible
they
decision.
didn't do...
Okay.
It would have been a typical HellRaisers buy, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
that's what I'm saying. I just wanted to
Yeah,
confirm
yeah.
what was going on. There we go.
They didn't do that. They did actually save it.
There's just too much fun
And they've
stuff
dropped
going
it for Mo this round as well. Which,
Yeah, and you kind of said that earlier on that Mo has been getting impact frags so far.
yeah, impact frags, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So even though his stats might not be blowing off the charts, it's still a pretty big pickup for HellRaisers right now. I mean, I was right. Yeah, TSM just taking their time. Bit of an unusual boost actually on device here.
I like it though. I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
It works quite nicely.
I think it's really cool, dude.
Really cool.
Really cool.
Well, not really cool. It's quite cool.
When I grow
I think
up,
it's cool
I
as
want
those
to do
light up
that.
trainers
I want a beast
you've
like
got.
that. Whoa.
So we're kind of getting just a default here from TSM. We saw Dupree actually going for the quick peek there. Teammate pop flashing him. And you have to clear the double doors, close double doors, because if there's a CT playing there, then he can hear everything. So you just kind of want to avoid that. And we see a pretty standard and very passive setup from HellRaisers. This is the most standard of ways to play this. Now TSM, they need to go in, see what they can find, and upon the information they get, hell, they're just going to go straight for the B split, regardless of any info they've picked up. Dupree's going to go straight through, but they're going to go past the player. Actually,
Yeah, I was going to say, he ran
Oh.
past the player there. Didn't even notice him, Dan. And because of that, Adren's been able to get 3 kills. And they just weren't expecting it. They had Stevie Wonder's sunglasses on there, mate. Couldn't see him. And Mo's going to get the kill there on the Carrigan right at the end. 13-10 the whole
I
race.
don't think that's what the sunglasses.
Well, no, obviously he's blind. Obviously his eyes don't work.
Yeah.
Basically, he wears the sunglasses, Dan.
For
Not
what?
as a fashion statement.
Yeah.
And they don't make him blind. But they're super thick because...
But you made it sound
No,
like they
because
to
those,
make you blind.
Right, listen, I'm going to explain it to you. So they have the
Probably
super
did
thick
it to
glasses,
advertise.
mate, so people can't see their eyes that rolling around and that.
Yeah, but they're-
Puts people off.
I've seen a lot of sunglasses.
Bloody hell, Dan. I can't believe I've got to explain that to you.
Yeah, let's not have this conversation
Come on,
right now.
Dan, you're 20 plus
Yeah,
years.
I
You
know.
should know
20
this
plus
by
years. You don't even know
now.
how old I am.
It's like taking a
Thought you
kid
were my
out.
friend.
Now.
Right, guys, it's one of the most important rounds of the entire game. So let's get back into it, shall we? So,
Serious, Henry.
terrorist side, TSM. Difficult buy for them. Deagle in the hand of Dupree, Galil in the hand of Zipex. They've managed to get out middle here. No confrontation whatsoever. Flashbangs coming out. The CTs are aware of what's going on, and the fragging will open up here. And it seems that there's a huge response from HellRaisers, locking them down completely. 5 on 3 now, and TSM have to make the decision whether they want to save the weapons they currently have or go for this round. They'll be on eco next round for
Yeah,
sure.
they're going to have to save Henry, surely. Surely they're going to have to.
I think
There's 50 seconds left,
yeah,
though.
it's very difficult to do.
Yeah,
that.
at least they're going to have to put on pressure until there's like
Yeah.
30 seconds left before they can actually opt to save, and already they lost Cajun.
Oh, that's
And
not good.
yeah,
Yeah, and if they come out and mid
mid
here, well, they managed to get 1 from Zipex, but Kusha answers back immediately on him, so it's all on Dupree. We've seen him do some amazing things in his career, and especially while he's been in TSM, but that was such a tall order. It's 14-10, and as Henry rightly says, their money's going to be absolutely stinking here. So it looks like they're going to have to eco to potentially...
Say it.
Say what?
Sewers.
Sewers.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I'm bringing it back, I'm tying it together. Sewers, the stinking. So here comes the
Oh
tech.
god, they've actually
They've
done it as
actually
well.
gone for the Tech 9.
Here we go. Game on.
What's the difference between confidence and stupidity, Henry?
I don't know, Richard. What is
Success, mate.
Okay, so where were you going with that? Is that
Well,
it?
like, if they win this force buy, it's going to be really good.
It's going to be
Okay.
genius.
So look really great. If they
Ben,
lose, it'll be-
Ben understands. Why is it like Ben understands what I'm talking about? You don't, Henry.
Well, I'm just sick of you.
Yeah,
It's a really long
These
week.
count
Mate,
flashes though. They're
I knew
really
you when
bad
you were
things.
16 years old, mate.
Goes down.
You
a
literally
gear or
were
something,
pissing your pants at events back then, mate. Fucking idiot.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so we're at the crescendo of this map, HellRaisers. Getting
That's a
match
good word.
point, 5 rounds left, and you can see after that force buy as well, the economy is absolutely right for TSM. Having a look in the room as well, it almost looks like they've almost given up as well. The look on their face is one of disappointment, and HellRaisers are on an absolute rampage right now. Full buys here. As long as they keep this nice and long distance, ascertain what the teams are
So
doing.
Henry, just quickly, yeah, to utilise your professional playing expertise,
Yep.
would they have been, I mean, obviously it's easy, hindsight's 2020, but would they have been better just not doing that force buy there and
No,
trying
like
to play for
they
the
kind of had
overtime?
to. Like, it's very viable to do either. You either play for the draw and try and win out 5 rounds in a row, but they didn't want to do that. They didn't want to have to play with that kind of mentality. They wanted to take that round with the force buy. Probably could have gone either way. We know how strong the Tech Knights can be, but at this
Yeah, I agree
stage of
with
the game,
Henry there as well, because also their economy was in a
Yeah, you
position
play it
where
safe,
it's
go with
vulnerable.
Mr. Popular.
So, no, because
It's not like you, Dan.
all right, let's see how it's going to be, Rich. Opening a can of worms here. You don't even know.
Mate, you're caught in the middle of a domestic dispute. You don't understand what's going on here. 2 pillars of the UK scene.
Mom and dad are fighting.
Yeah, they are, mate. You tell that bitch to pass me a bit.
Oh god. Anyway, here we go then.
TSM
Match
trying to split B once again.
Great stuff.
Oh dear, Kucha's going to go straight through the smoke. And it looks like HellRaisers are actually pulling this one out of the bag.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
It's incredibly well played. And I
16
tell
to
you what,
10.
HellRaisers thing on bonkers there. There's handshakes.